Okay, it's Chap with Scott, and Scott's going to show me how to register and enter my contact details and my picks for the Circa Millions contest. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct, Cameron. Thank you very much for helping me out with this. I'm not very good at the video like you are. I would first of all like to start out by thanking everybody coming to Bet Bash number 3. Big discussions today. They're already planning for Bet Bash number 4 since it was such a huge success. And I want to thank everybody also for signing up for the proxy service. We're going to make this as easy as possible on you and on me so that I can get the top 10 because that is my goal. I want the whole top 10.
Good.
So the first thing we want to
That's going to
do,
be awesome.
yeah, it's going to happen. So the first thing we want to do, Cameron, you want to pull up the screen? First thing I want you to do is I want you to go to VegasHorsePools.com. Again, that's VegasHorsePools.com, and you should see this. Welcome to VHP Proxy. If you come down here to the bottom, the area that says miscellaneous, which is at the very bottom of the screen, right down here. You go there. There's something on there that is called a contact form.
Okay, so I've clicked the button and I've selected contact form, and then there's a pop-up. Is that right that I'm seeing?
Yeah, the pop-up goes actually into the next tab. The tab's going to look like this, and it's going to say VHP Proxy Client Contact Information. This is a very simple form to fill out. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tie you now. Not only I have tied your Twitter name or your email address to your card number. Now what I want to do is tie your first name or your full name rather. So you'll enter your full name right here where I would enter Scott Moyer. And now you need to get out your picture that you sent me and write down your card number. Let's say you're lucky and your card number is 7777. Next thing you need to do is to drop down there and how many Survivor entries did you pay for and sign up for? Let's pretend like your answer is 4. I'll select a 4. You signed up for Millions. You went ahead and got all 5 of those. Now, I want to know every way I can get a hold of you. Now, I'm going to shut the contacts updating of the picks off at 7 o'clock. But at 6 o'clock, I'm going to look at these and see if there's anybody missing. And if there's any way I have time to get a hold of you, I'm going to try and do that. And what I would like to know is your email address. If you don't want me to contact you on email address, don't fill it out. Here, next thing I want is your telephone number. If you don't want me to call you on the telephone, don't fill it out. Next thing I need, and this is important, if you have a Twitter account, I really need your Twitter account, and I need you to follow me because Twitter keeps changing the rules about sending messages. And if you follow me and I follow you, we're going to be exempt from the rules.
Okay.
The next thing is probably the most important part of the form. It says all entries must be in by 7 p.m. Pacific time on Friday, with 2 exceptions. If you're a Survivor guy, you need to have them on the Thanksgiving week as well as the Christmas week. You need to have it 12 hours before they're due at Circa. So you'll need to hit that. You agree to that. When you hit agree to that, you can hit.
Sorry. What about for the Millions though? People, is it the same for the Millions? Even though all the games are on Sunday, I'm only going to pick games that are on Sunday for the Millions.
Okay, you bring up a very good point. You would be crazy to play that Thursday night game.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why. Because if you play that Thursday night game, you've got to have the picks to me 12 hours before that game kickoff time. And you're going to miss all the injury reports on Friday afternoon for all the Sunday games. That would be a disaster for you to enter that Thursday night game. Now, you could get away with it for Survivor because Survivor, you're only picking one game. But I would never recommend that you pick that Thursday night game if you're in the Millions. But if you decide to do it, you can do it. You just have to have your entry in 12 hours early.
So if I'm in the Millions,
Right.
It's Friday at 7. It's not 12 hours before kickoff on Sunday.
No. It's 7 p.m. Pacific time on Friday
Right.
for the Sunday games. That
Okay.
is correct. The deadline, I believe, is Sunday, somewhere like, or the deadline for the picks on Circuit is like noon on Saturday. It is
Okay.
not on Sunday. So I
Very
got to
good.
have time. So I'm going to be putting all the picks in at 7 o'clock, and I'm not going to stop until they're all in because I have a lot of entries here to put in, and I'm
Yeah.
not going to risk going against a deadline. I've got to get these
No.
picks in.
That's 10 o'clock at night Eastern, right? I'm not
Right.
doing any more work on my stuff that late anyways, so I'm not worried about it.
Right. And that's true with most of the people in the contest that have signed up with me. But it's really important that you come down here to the bottom, and then you click I agree, hit the submit button, and right here, the picture, it will tell you the link to that contract you signed with me. This
Yeah.
is the link if you want to see it. Basically, what it says
Okay.
is just what we keep telling you. 7 o'clock Pacific time on Friday is when the entries have to be in. I will try to get a hold of people before 7 o'clock if you don't have your picks in, but at 7 o'clock, I've got to shut everything down. So that's as simple
Fair
as
enough.
I can make this. Now, let's go back to the other form for just a second. If you're using an iPad, if you're using an iPhone, there is something you need to know. I'm using pop-ups on this particular form. Now, your iPhone and your iPad are not going to allow pop-ups unless you go into settings and go into Safari or Chrome and allow those pop-ups. Everything should work fine on the desktop. But if you have those problems, there is a video that I found for iPhone and iPad that teaches you teaches you how
Yeah.
teaches you how to do those, and that
Okay.
is also in the miscellaneous folder. If you go
Right.
down there to the miscellaneous, it's also on that list.
Okay.
But let's do the fun stuff now. And here's the fun stuff. We'll just do millions because they're both basically the same.
Okay.
So let's
I'll go to
say
week 1.
we'll go to week 1, but you have the ability to go to any week that you want. So if you're going to be out of town and don't have internet access on week number 3, so as soon as you're going to be leaving town, go to the website early. All the games are up. The spreads are not up because I can't predict what they're going to be.
Yeah.
But we'll go to week number 1. Week number 1 is very simple. You'll just enter your name. And then you'll enter your contest number. This looks just exactly like the contact form. And again,
Right.
you're really
7,
lucky.
7, 7,
Your
7.
number is all the
It's all
7s.
7s.
You'll hit next. Then
Okay.
here is the thing. You need to pick 5. So the first thing you need to do here is, let's say you have only one entry. You'll have to go at the very top and say, this is entry number 1. And now here I have the Thursday night game. Again, I don't recommend you play that, but the
Right.
Thursday night game is here. So let's say you want Arizona, you want Cincinnati, you want Tampa, you want the LA Raiders, and you want the Cowboys. Again, they'll have the spreads there as soon as Circa releases them. All you have to do then is hit next.
Okay.
And then it's going to say this, because I don't want you spending a bunch of time on my form. So I've made this easy for you. And it says, do you have another entry? What it's asking you is, if you say you do, it's not going to make you re-enter your name and your card number. It's just going to throw you right in the form.
Okay.
So I'm going to say I don't.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go to next, and you hit the button that says submit, and you are done.
Okay.
So filling out this form should take you about 20 or 30 seconds.
Right. 2 stupid questions. It's the same question twice.
Okay.
What happens if I only put 4 entries because I forgot one, or if I get drunk and I put 6 entries because everything looks good on the board?
Okay. We're going to that's a great one. I'll put Cam drunk.
Yeah, he's putting 6. Everything's looking good.
Okay, so then your card number is all 6s.
Sure.
Okay. So you're crazy. You're going to even
Yeah.
do the Detroit on Thursday.
Yeah.
You're going
I'm
to
off
do
the rails.
Arizona. You're going to do Carolina.
Yeah,
You're going to
obviously.
do Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Is that 6?
Texans,
That's
they can't
5.
lose.
That's 6 there, right?
That's 6. That's 6 right there. All winners, by the way.
Oh, you got an error.
Too many.
It says please pick 5, drunk
Thank
Cameron.
you. Thank you for
then
protecting me from myself.
So then you come back up here and you say, well, I think Scott told me not to play Thursday night games. I'll get rid of that one.
Even though it's a lock of the week.
Lock of the
All
week.
right, and then
Now you can hit next. Now it will allow you to hit next.
Okay,
oh,
thank you.
But we forgot to put your entry number.
Right. Yeah, sure.
And if you don't put the entry number, it's going to kick it back too.
It's going to tell you. That's great. I appreciate that.
I've tried to make this, and Drunk Cameron does not have another entry. So he is officially. Make sure you hit submit, because that's when it gives me the picks. Now it's gonna send me a message and say Cameron's got his picks in, so you get your stuff ready. But this form should be very easy. You shouldn't need more than 20 or 30 seconds on this form. If you make a mistake,
already addressed my number one concern.
Right. And if you make a mistake, I'll catch you, because I can't let you pick too many boxes. Do you have any other questions, or you see anything else?
Yeah. Let's say I fucked it up, and I meant to hit the team playing Detroit, because Detroit always loses. I just go hit submit another response and then choose the first form again, and it'll overwrite it.
It will not overwrite it. Here's what I'm going to do. At 7 o'clock, I'm going to close everything down, and I'm going to take them in reverse order. So if you submitted 2 contest number 1s, the only one that I'm going to process is the last one you submitted. So let's say you submitted one on Monday and then you submitted one on Tuesday. I'll never see the one on Monday, because as soon as I hit the one on Tuesday, I'm going to enter it for you, and then I'm going to check you off my list. Right. So if you want to change your mind,
if I fix it, then you'll see it. You'll see the fixed one.
Yeah, because you'll just enter it like you're a brand new guy.
Yeah, perfect.
Right, yeah. And you're more than welcome to do that. Or if you put your picks in on Monday because you think you're going to have no internet access, and then suddenly on Thursday night you actually do, and you make a change, make the change. Yeah. I'm going to process these in reverse order. So whoever submits their ticket last is going to get processed first. So if you entered your picks twice, not a problem. Your first one will never get hit.
Perfect.
You see anything else that you would like to talk about?
That's what where my drunk mind goes to. So I think those are the only 2 ways I could frig it up.
Perfect. And again, I want to thank everybody for signing up with me. And if you have any questions about anything, you can definitely send me a message at Vegas Horse Pools on Twitter. If you're one of my guys that uses email, I'm going to be a lot slower on email, because email is a lot less predictable. But I will respond to any questions that you guys have. And again, I want to thank you for listening to this training video, and I hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, let us know.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.